This tutorial will show you how to make use of the other functionalities of the timesheet in Assistance PSA. Until they are approved, your time records can be modified in the timesheet of Assistance PSA. One easy way to do this is to use the drag and drop functionality. Once you click on a time entry, simply use your mouse to change the duration or even the day of the record. Note that any change made to an appointment retrieved from Outlook will not be reflected in Outlook. Your original appointment will remain intact. You can also copy a time record. Right-mouse click on the entry and select Copy Entry. Now position your cursor to where the time entry should be copied, right-mouse click and select Paste Entry. If you double-click on the record, you will be able to modify any field here. Once you've made the change, click Accept. Copying multiple time records within a specific week is also possible. For the purpose of this tutorial, go to the next week. And in the top bar of the timesheet, click Copy Week. Assistance PSA will open up a new window. In the left section, you will find the weeks to be copied. In the right section, you will find the time records of the selected week. Click a day in the week from which you want to copy the entries. PSA will then display all the corresponding entries of that week. You can maximize the screen to see them in full view. By default, all the records will be pre-selected. If you wish to remove one record, click twice in the corresponding box. This will remove the check mark and exclude the time record from the copying process. Once you are done, click Accept. PSA will copy the time records in your timesheet and save them automatically. As with your other time records, you will also be able to modify them. A quick note with regards to the Expenses tab here. Its content will not be copied, as PSA considers that it belongs to the original entries only. You will notice at the bottom of the timesheet the total amount of hours now booked. Once they are approved, these hours will show in the green line just below. At the top of your timesheet, PSA will display the calculation of hours still to be booked for the selected week. The number of hours displayed here is actually the work parameter that you have defined in the employee record. Booked represents the total number of hours, approved or not, booked in the timesheet. PSA will take the to be booked number and deduct from it the hours booked in the timesheet. This will allow the solution to establish the remaining hours to be entered in order for this week to be considered completed. Note that this feature will act as an indicator only. Whatever the number of hours entered here, it will not prevent the timesheet from being approved. If you wish to report your timesheet as completed until a specific date, you will want to use the Report Ready feature. In the top bar, click the drop-down calendar of the Report Ready field and select the date until which your timesheet is completed. This information will be saved in your employee record and become available for reporting. We will complete this tutorial with a look at the different layouts available here. In the top bar of your screen, you will recognize some of the familiar views found in your Outlook calendar. A simple click on either one of these layouts will change the layout of your timesheet. You can display your time records by day, by week, including a full week view, by month, and finally on a timeline basis. You have now learned the other functionalities of the timesheet. Your next step is to go in Assistance PSA and do the corresponding exercises in the step-by-step guide, The Fundamentals.